Standing tall, standing straight, the feet broadening, growing roots down from the feet, and celestial roots from the crown of the head up to the sky, becoming that link between earth and heaven. Lifting the hands, the palms pressing together, opening the space of one more. Inhale. And then reaching the arms up to the sky, Urdhva, feeling the trunk stretch, the columns of the trunk stretching, the armpits opening. And then bending the knees, sitting back, Utkatasana. Flowing forward over the legs, head down, straightening the legs, Uttanasana. And then stepping back to plank pose. Look at your hands, spread your fingers widely. Push out through your inner heels. And with an exhale into chaturanga. Forward and up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then rolling over the feet and finding Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure the inner arches of your feet are lifting. And now walking forward, feet together, the knees slightly bent first, hands by the side of the feet, drop the head down, and with an exhale, straightening the legs, Uttanasana. And then bending the knees, lifting the arms, Utkatasana. Urdhva and Tadasana. Our second one. Urdhva Utkatasana. Unfolding into Uttanasana. The legs having more alertness on the second one. Looking at the thighs and gripping those thighs up. And then stepping back, plank pose. Exhaling to chaturanga. And forward and up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And now press the knees down to the ground and bending the knees. Arching back. And extending the legs, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then looking up, And walking forward, feet together, check that they're parallel. Hands around the sides of the feet. And with an exhale, straighten the legs and draw those femur bones into the hip sockets. And then bending the knees, lifting the arms, Utkatasana. Urdhvastasana. Stretch up, lift the sternum to the sky. Coming down, Tadasana. Our third one. Urdhvastasana. Utkatasana. Uttanasana. Stepping back, Chaturanga. Forward, Urdhva Mukha. Knees to the ground, bending those knees, Raja Kapotasana. And unfolding, Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg coming forward and lunging forward and backwards. And then the back knee resting and that front foot coming right to the middle of the mat in front of the face onto the edge of the foot, Godasana. And then back up, plank pose and chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Knees to the ground, Raja Kapotasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And left leg forward, lunging, the groins open. And then resting the knee, moving that front foot to the middle of the mat, in front of the face, onto the outside edge of the foot. The left arm comes underneath, of course, to support Godasana, extreme hip opening. And then back up, plank pose, chaturanga, with the exhale, forward and up to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then knees to the ground, Raja Kapotasana action. and Ardha Mukha. And then walking forward, feet together. Uttanasana. Really pull the knees, really pull the thighs up. And really push down into the feet. Bending the knees, lifting the arms, Utkatasana. Utkatasana 2. And back to 1. And Urdhva. Namaskar. And releasing. Okay, we're going to move into some Shalavasanas and Makarasanas and a couple of Dandarasanas. So, if you have a blanket, grab that blanket just to protect the pubic bone as we lie down on the floor, or you could just double up your mat to have a little extra back. Meeting there. So you've either got your mat folded up, double, to give a little padding to the pubic bone, or you've got the blanket, and you want to be right on the edge of that blanket, the pubic bone obviously on it, and then the abdomen coming off, and just press your forearms into your mat, and pull yourselves forward, feel that stretch in the abdomen, the skin stretching, the left and right front waist stretching, by pushing the arms into the mat, getting that length. Good. Okay, and now coming down, make sure that those thighs are rolling in, that the feet are together. We're going to be keeping the feet on the mat, which is harder than it sounds. So we'll really press down and densify so that they're not lifting up. And then bring the arms to the side of the body and lift those front shoulders up so they're not collapsing to the ground. Lift them up and feel the back muscles start to engage. And then lift the arms up. Press those feet to the ground, keep the legs firm. Lift the arms up higher, the front shoulders rolling back, the collarbones long. And now bring the hands behind the back, cross the thumbs. And lift up. And down. 4 more times. Lift up. And down. And up. And down. 2 more times. And up. And down. Last one of this interlock. And up. And down. Remember which thumb is crossed over which thumb. And then release and rest. Let the front shoulders come down now. Okay, we're going to change the cross of the thumb. So recharge your legs. Press the tailbone down. Feel the pubic bone connect to your blanket, to your mat. Lift the front shoulders up. Feel the back muscle engage. Lift the arms up, change the cross of the thumbs. The arms coming higher, preparing 5 times. Ready? And lift. And down. And lift. and down, lift, and down. 2 more times. Make sure the front feet are firm, the roots of the thighs firm, lift, and down. Last one, lift, and down. Resting. Bring the arms in front. Ekapara Bikasan. So bend to that right leg, reach, place the hand on the top of the foot. So the elbow is up and the hand can press down. Try to bring that foot to the side of the hip. You'll be feeling the front thigh stretching open. And releasing, changing sides. Make sure your knees don't go too wide, little tendency here. Left side. And releasing. Roll the thighs back in and coming down. Okay, Makarasana. So, the fingers interlocking behind the skull, elbows open, not forward like this. And ready, lift. And down. Lift. And down. 3 more. Lift. And down, lift, and down, 1 more, and down, releasing. So harder than Shalabhasanas. And of course, bodies are constructed differently. Some people have amazing back bends, they just curve there. Some people don't. Back bends have always been a challenge for me, but that doesn't mean that we don't do the poses that aren't challenging for us. In fact, we try to do them more. Okay, are we ready? We're going to change the interlock. And again, 5 lifts of Makarasana. Here we go. Lifting. Down. Lifting, down, 3 more, and again, last one. And down, releasing, and Ekapara Bikasan. Right leg. Press that foot down at the same time, press the buttock down. And releasing. Left hand side. And releasing. Okay, Dhanurasana. And in our Dhanurasanas, we want to rock. So we're going to lift up, and then we're going to try to rock back and rock forward. rock back, and rock forward. So it's a rolling, rocking Dhanurasana. Okay, so bending those knees, flexing the feet first. So pulling the toes down to the ground. And this really helps the thighs connect to the earth. Reaching back with our arms, holding the outer ankles. Rolling those shoulders back. The chest starting to lift. Now pointing the toes and lifting up to the sky. And now starting the rolling as best as you can. And releasing and coming down. Taking a little break. We're going to do that one more time. So roll those thighs in case they start to splay. Bend the knees, flex the feet. Reach back. Take hold of the ankles. Point the toes. Lifting. And then rolling with your breath. And releasing. Ekapada Vikasa. Press the foot down even more. And changing sides. And releasing and letting go. Okay, now we're now going to come up, kneeling on our mats, and we're doing 10 fast Ushtrasans. So just moving the blanket and coming to kneel at the front of the mat. So kneeling, and make sure that your feet are not splaying apart, that you have that parallel action in the legs and in the calves, the shins. And remembering that as we come back, we want to really press the buttocks and the thighs forward. Okay, so really important not to let the buttocks sink back with us. The buttocks pressing forward as we come back. Okay, we're doing this 10 times. Really be with the exhale as you come back so that your breath is helping you to get there. Here we go. And up. Second one. Back up. Third. And up. Fourth. And up. Fifth. And up. Sixth. And up. Seventh. And up. Almost there. Eighth. And up. And ninth. And up. Last one. And up. And releasing. Sitting back on the heels. Bring the legs together. Vajrasana. Vajrasana. Press the front thighs down. Engage your pelvic floor, lift the pubic bone up, the belly button. Feel the lifting that's coming. And then the arms back down. Change in the interlock. Turn the palms out. Lifting up. Make sure to move the coccyx forward, to engage the pelvic floor, to lift the pubic bone up. And bring the arms back down. Bringing the right leg to a virasana, the left leg in front. Make sure to move the calf back and out, space to the back of the knee. And coming down, supta baddha virasana. If possible, the arms above the head, stretching so that the armpits are open and the waist is stretching. And then bring the arms back up and bend the left leg towards you. Ekapada, supta konasana in Ardha Virasana. And then place this left leg in Padmasana. So Ardha Padmasana, Ardha Supta Virasana. Press that front thigh down. Re-lift the arms, stretch the arms back again. And then lifting the arms back up, releasing, 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 and just pause here, right on this foot, and press into it, stretch out the front of the foot. And then bend and extend a few times. Roll over, pushing up, left hand side. So left leg into Virasana. Make sure to move the calf, bring space to the back of the knee. And coming back to Supta Ardha Virasana. Arms up, cross the thumbs, stretch back. Pull those arms, stretch the waist, pull the rib cage. And then bring the arms back up and this right leg, bend it in, finding Backbending action. Steady out the breath, relax the face. And now bring this right leg into Backbending. Arms up, cross the thumbs, stretch. And then the arms back up and release the Padmasana. And as we slide the Virasana leg out, remember to pause right at that excruciating point where you're stretching the metatarsus out. And then bend and extend. And releasing. Both knees towards the chest. Dvipada Supta Konasana. Don't let the lower back lift off. So it's not a grounding and lifting of the lower back anchoring to the mat. It's a softening at the front groin. And then the left leg extending. Let me move back more. Ekapada Supta Konasana. Changing sides. And now both knees bending, the feet on the floor parallel. Supta Konasana, one variation. Lifting up, holding the feet, the foot, and extending. And as you draw the leg closer, here you let the lower back come off the mat. That's why we have this knee bent, to allow that lower back to come off the mat, bringing the right leg closer and closer. And then preparing to change sides, so just make sure, first of all, both feet are parallel, and then lift the left leg up, holding the inner foot, the outer foot, and with an exhale, extend that leg. And draw the leg closer and closer. And releasing and bending down. Okay, we're going to come to an Upavishta Konasana, upside down. Urdhva Upavishta Konasana, Supta Konasana. So, place the hands on the mat, roll the legs over, widen the legs apart. The hands pressing down to help you to lift up more. And unrolling, bend the knees, feet to the ground. Okay, this time the arms are coming up above and rolling over. Widen the legs, widen the arms, hold on to the feet. And unrolling, feet to the floor. I'm just going to remove this, it's getting a little bit squished there. Okay, hopefully that doesn't make a weird sound for you guys. Okay, third and final one. So if you want, you can place the hands here to push up and then bring the arms over if you're having trouble lifting with the arms above. Ready, and lifting. And then widening
finding our Upavishnapanasana in action. Holding the feet in your hands, pushing into the hands, pulling with the hands, chin to the chest. And then gently unrolling back down. And then rolling into the side. We are almost done. We just have the Janushatasana, which we're going to do a few times. Release any build up in the lower back. And then a gentle supta konasana. And then a shavasana. Right knee back, so we're facing forward this way, not over the front leg, which means that the actual pose requires a twisting aspect. So first part of the pose, reach for the outer foot and turn and twist. And now face the foot, cross the wrists, and exhaling forward, but keep that twisting aspect internally in the organs. And then going up and changing sides. Make sure that you pull the left knee, the left leg back enough that you're facing diagonally forward. And now reach with the left hand to the outside edge of that foot and twisting. And now coming forward, crossing the wrists and exhaling forward. Rolling that bent leg back, that's the anchoring leg. And the abdomen still delicately twisting from the left to the right. And then coming up. And changing sides. Right leg bent, left leg extended. The leg back enough that you're facing diagonally forward. And this time coming diagonally forward. And then back up, and now twisting this way, both hands onto the mat, and use the hands to turn and twist. You may not get very far down, we're just twisting out the spine, twisting out the lumbar. And then back up. And then both hands forward, holding the inner foot, the outer foot, and classical Janushatasana. Keep rolling that bent leg back. Coming out and changing sides, right leg extended, left leg bent, move the leg back so you're really facing diagonally forward, and exhaling diagonally forward. And then back up and to the back, hands down as if you're really kind of coming to a chaturanga, but you're not, you're just twisting, trying to get the sternum to face the floor. And then back up. And now reaching for the foot, classical gentle Shirshasana. And then back up. The mind all calm. The lower back beautifully released. Alright, coming to a supta konasana. So feet together, lying down, lift the buttocks up, move them towards your heels. And at the same time, reach with the hands by rolling your shoulders back for the outer ankles. Make sure that the collarbones are long and the front shoulders are really rolling back. So there's full opening of the chest, of the heart, of the lungs. Ujjayi, one breath. Smooth and even breath cycles. And now releasing those ankles and extending the legs. Have the legs the width of the mat in today's Shavasana, not close together, so that the groins can really open and we can really move the buttocks towards the heels, ensuring that our lower back gets complete pacification. And then arms extended, and lift each shoulder up to tuck the shoulder blade up and roll the front shoulder back. There's little habits that we just want to continually do and place, no matter how long we've been practicing for. And then lining that up so that the sides of the neck feel even. And with an exhale, the eyes closing and entering Shavasana. And then gently just bringing the hands and resting them on the abdomen. And then rolling over to the right hand side. When we feel ready, pushing ourselves back up and just taking a final seat. Ending with loving kindness, extending our love out to the universe, out to all sentient beings, or out to anyone in particular who we feel needs it, who we want to work with. May the universe know love, may the universe know peace. And may we help all those that we come into contact with to feel the same. Peace, peace, peace. Loka samastaha, sukhinho bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Releasing. The eyelids opening, and now we are fully back from our practice, and hoping that you feel just fantastic, working those back muscles in a kind of repetitive way rather than once long hold, kind of over and over again, and that you'll feel just a little bit sore tomorrow in all the right places. The heart should be vibrant, the mind calm. Let me know how this experience was for you. It always helps me to get feedback, and take good care. Thanks for joining me, and see you again soon, I hope.